Hey everybody, how's it going? Tony here. So, how you digging it? Like that? This is another one of our average weekday routines. There's one day a week where I run Emmy in for art class, and while she's there, I run to the store and get a few groceries. I usually stop by and see my dad for a little bit, which I felt really bad because last week Sean went with me so that we could run some errands, go get some quotes on things. And I called my dad and I asked him if there was anything he needed from the store, because that's usually what I do. And he didn't really. And I was like, okay, since you don't need anything, we're just going to go do this today. So I'm not going to be over if that's okay. And it turns out he was super bummed. I felt so bad. We moved away for 7 years, and so our kids did a lot of growing up while we were gone. We've been back here for a year and a half now, and even in this last year and a half, I have to admit, I had not gotten around to my parents' place that much. Life happens. A lot of crazy things that happened with the move that was out here, and then we just sold and moved again. So, life, like I said, has been super crazy. And I felt so bad after last week that I thought, no, as long as I can, I need to make sure to keep my standing Friday appointments with my dad. I think he really appreciates it. And so today he has me on the errand. I think he's figured out if he gives me one random thing to pick up each time, then it guarantees I have to come over, which he doesn't have to do that. But like today, I kind of have a little bit of a head cold going on, so I'm a little congested. And I don't want to share that with him because he has his own health issues that he really doesn't need to be dealing with that. So today he asked for an 18 count of eggs. I told him no problem, but did give him the heads up that I'm not going to really be able to stay very long. So I'll take them in, put them in the fridge for him, see how he's doing, see if he needs anything else, and then probably head back out. But at least it's something, and then hopefully by next week, both him and I are feeling better, because he's had his own, I don't know if he's had pneumonia again or just bronchitis. I guess I didn't double check on that, but I know he's been pretty sick lately. So there you go. That's what I'm doing here. I don't personally care for Walmart. There are 2 in our area. Well, technically 3. One of them's a little bit farther of a drive. So there's 2 that we can go to easily. One of which I flat out refuse to go to. I have anxiety attacks just pulling into the parking lot. I cannot do it. I have my own reasons for not being okay there. And when we lived on the other end of the state, I went 3 years without ever stepping foot in Walmart. And after that 3 years, it was only because we had to go somewhere for something. I don't know. It was a convenience thing. And back there, I don't know, there's 5 Walmarts. And so I could pick one that was decent. And if I needed something quick, I knew they were open and I could go get it, because they're open 24 hours. So here, fewer options for everything, but that means fewer options for everything. So I don't have as many choices. So Walmart it is. Anyhow, so I'm gonna head in. All right, I am done at Walmart, and before I went in, I mentioned some hesitations I have with Walmart, that it's a store that it serves a purpose, but if I could, I would avoid going in there. And the shopping trip itself was fine. I got in, I was able to get my stuff. It's that time of year where they're getting a little bit busier, which sounds kind of crazy, but cool weather's coming in. We're actually being predicted to get snow starting this weekend, and I'm hearing anywhere from 4 to 10 inches. Now, in 2013, Storm Atlas came through. If you've never heard of it, look it up. Caused massive devastation in this area. We were very thankful that at the time we were not living here. We had been on the other end of the state already for a couple of years, and yeah, but all of our family was back here. My parents were out on the ranch still, and they were without power for a week. There were some areas without power for up to, I believe, 12 days. And it was devastating. Over 30,000 cattle died. It was insane. So there's a lot of people kind of panicking that the way the storm is moving in, that it represents the same thing. It's right about the same time of year because Atlas hit, I believe yesterday or the day before was the 5-year anniversary. So there's a lot of people panicking, and I don't blame them. I didn't live here during that time, but it was horrible to see and know that so many friends and family were dealing with it. But back to my Walmart rant. There's no delicate way to say this, but anybody who's familiar with this general area knows that there is a certain stigma. It is not good. Stigma, stereotypes, and all of that. One thing you see when you go to Walmart, and this bothers me until the end of time, which is probably one reason I avoid the store, is the amount of racism in there. I just said that. Yes, I did. The best example I can give, and I've tried to explain this to some other people, it's amazing how many people are truly oblivious to it. I have family members that are Native American. Actually, I have family members from just about every background you can think of. So I come from a diverse family, as pasty as I look myself, because I am. But the truth is, it's very real and very strong in this area. At Walmart, when you walk out, well, here's a chain of events. Shopping trip was fine, got in, got my stuff, got checked out. On the way out, we had to pause because the door greeter, now I don't know if Walmarts in your area do this or not, but here, randomly, they check receipts. But if you ever sit and watch, 90 to 99% of the receipts that they check are Native American. They will stop almost every Native American person or family leaving the store and check their receipt. And behind that family, there were 3 more of us, all of us white. We all heard, "Hi, how are you? Have a good day." That was it. I think only once in my life have they ever checked mine, which is fine because honestly, it's Walmart. I've already paid for my stuff, and I have a little bit of attitude about having to show my receipt to leave the store with what I just paid for. But that's a side story. But there's my Walmart rant. That is part of my problem because anytime I go in there, I see that, I experience that. It makes me so sad. And honestly, if I could avoid shopping here, I would. This area is just too limited. I don't have much choice. As much as we can buy at other stores, though, we do, just to avoid shopping here because we don't want to give them any more of our money than we have to at this point. So, also, we like Amazon for that purpose. We can order a lot of things. Anyhow, I'm on to my next stop. I'm going to keep this a little bit lighter now. I'm going to go see my dad. We'll go get Emmy and then see about Target and Sam's Club from there. All right, I have Miss M with me, who's enjoying her Kit Kat that I brought her for snack after art class. Just telling me all about what she just learned about M.C. Escher and the art of optical illusion art. And so yeah, well, now we're gonna run, might go ahead and stop at the natural food store, see what kind of produce they've got in stock right now. And then we'll make a run over to Target and Sam's Club and then head home. Sound like a plan? All right, so Emmy and I made an extra stop. We ran to the health food store really quick to see what kind of produce they have in. It's actually, as much as I said earlier about the lack of produce and stuff, it is the one place in town they make sure that their produce is good. If it doesn't look good, they don't have it. That's just how it is. All of their produce is organic. It's just not a very big selection, so you don't know what it's going to be. It is all seasonal. For the most part, I believe, anyhow. So it's hit or miss, but we went there. We've been to Target. We spent too long at Target because somebody, I'm blaming it all on her. Somebody had to look at the toys and the books.
You wanted to take the toys.
You know, one thing about being a mom is I find myself, even with no kids, when I have no reason to, looking at toys. I'm not buying any. I don't know. I have a thing for the toy section, I guess. But we did that, spent some time, had some fun, and now we're on to Sam's and then home.
You should.
All right, so we just finished at Sam's. I am completely exhausted. It's been a long day. It took longer than I had hoped and planned. We spent too long at Target was our biggest problem. And just talked to Sean. Actually, Em did. And he's already feeding the other kids, so we've got to get home, get this unloaded so she can eat supper. And then I'll find something to eat as well. And we'll see if I can attempt to get a grocery haul video. It's probably not going to happen this month because it's not something I'm very well organized or planned for. But I can tell you that I did better at staying on budget this week, if that counts for anything. It's kind of a struggle right now as we're trying to adjust things, making meal plans. The hope is to actually trim back our food budget, which we will be able to do in the near future. Right now we're using a lot of paper plates and stuff, which is costing a lot of extra money, but with our kitchen half torn up, it's one of those compromises we decided to make and just go with that. So now we're gonna head home and go from there. What do you think, Em? Oh, she found herself a toy at Target that I wouldn't even really call it a toy. It's a video game she has been waiting anxiously for and was over the moon to find. Weren't you? Why are you shy right now?
I don't know. I feel like staring at the camera and talking to it.
So don't stare at it.
Okay.
Anyhow, it's okay. So we're gonna head home. We'll see what happens. So the 15-year-old who wants to be shy and super quiet just gave me a challenge. She didn't think I'd turn this camera back on and say, "Hallelujah!" She should know better than to challenge me by now. Right? You gonna do it too?
No.
Hallelujah. If not, you guys have a blessed day. I hope everybody is doing wonderful. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, share it, and I'll see you again later.